Hello, hello. Tammy's here. Hi, Tammy. Good to see you. Matt is here. Glad you can join us. Jackie, hello. Jessica, nice to see you here. And we have Anna. Glad you could make it. Oh, Marlene. Oh my gosh, I'm blessed with your presence today. I love being in your energy. I'm so glad you're here. And let's see, we have Jane. Jane's with us today. Thank you for joining me on a Saturday. I have to keep reminding myself that it's a Saturday. Does anyone else think it's Sunday? Oh my gosh, I've had these like panic moments where like, oh my gosh, where am I supposed to be? Just like totally off, but it totally feels like Sunday. Oh my gosh, but thank you for taking time out of your busy weekend. Did anyone do some fun Black Friday shopping, or did you all stay out of stores? Yeah, that's my MO too. Gosh, probably like 15 years ago, I made like this vow that I was never going to buy anything on Black Friday again. And I think it was because like I was a retail store manager for like 10 years. And so like I was forced to be out in it. And after like I didn't have to, I was like, I'm not putting myself through that anymore. And so, yeah, I started this whole thing where like we start cleaning out our house and donating things. And so I tried to turn it more into Black Friday giving. Oh, Joni. Oh my God. You made it. So good to see you. Yay! Today's going to be so fun. Well, welcome to the Soul Awakening Summit. I am so excited that you are here. I'm Amber Maier, and I'm going to be your host and guide through this summit this week. I am a soul alignment coach, and I'm the creator of the Akashic Angel Healing Academy. And I am deeply passionate about helping light workers like you step into your power, connect with your purpose, and share your unique light in the world. And so I think you've taken a really powerful step by signing up for the summit and showing up for yourself today. This is a space for growth, connection, and awakening where you're going to discover new insights, tools, and inspiration to help you align with your soul's highest calling. And I believe that there are no accidents. You are here because your soul is ready for the next step, and I am honored to walk alongside you. And so as we're getting started today, I want to hear from you. Like, what brought you here today? Like, take a moment to reflect. Like, is it maybe a desire for deeper connection? Is it clarity about your purpose? Maybe you've been feeling that little nudge from spirit that there's more for you. And always feel free to unmute and share too if you prefer to do that. So you can use the chat or just unmute and share with us too. So I'd love to know what brought you here today. Letting everyone get your typing fingers warmed up.
Amber, I always find it's a really good, I always call it my little boost
Mm.
when I get together with, the group, and it makes me feel so happy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I totally agree with you. There's just something like, even though sometimes like it feels like we like totally drag our ass to stuff like this, we're just
Oh,
like, I'm tired, whatever it is, it's like we end up leaving it just feeling like so like pumped up and
yeah.
inspired and everything. And I totally feel the same way. And like, look at all of you. I get to hang out with all your awesome energy. How could you go wrong? So, Jackie, the inspiration of community, huh? Oh, Sam, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Oh, and Melanie, you say like Jackie that you're here to be in community of like-minded people. Um, and Joni, it's more for me. What more is there? And I love learning and sharing space. Everyone brings something to the table. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm so glad that you all said yes to yourself and you showed up for yourself today. And so let's set the tone together for the next 5 days. If you are ready to commit to going even deeper in your awakening journey, drop a big yes in the chat. Because really, when you claim it, you put the energy out into the universe. And let's claim this space for transformation right now. Yeah, seeing lots of yeses. Good, good. So, this summit was created with one purpose in mind to support your soul awakening journey. And so, over the next 5 days, we're going to explore what it means to connect deeply with your intuition, work in alignment with your angels and guides, and step boldly into your light and purpose. And awakening is a beautiful, but yet it's a really vulnerable process. Who has found the awakening process to be a little bit challenging at times? Give me a little, yeah, yeah. So it's not always easy. It's a process of shedding, growing, and becoming, and it's about peeling back the layers of what no longer serves you so you can embody your truth. And so that's why the summit brings together presenters that have walked this path and are on this journey with you. They have faced challenges, discovered their unique gifts, and are now sharing their magic with the world. And so my hope is that their wisdom, their courage, and authenticity is going to inspire you and remind you that you too are capable of profound transformation and magic in your life. So, let me give you a sneak peek of the sessions that the luminaries have lined up for you. And each session is really designed to guide you deeper into your soul awakening journey. So, tomorrow is going to be releasing blocks to purpose with Barbara. And we're going to dive into identifying and releasing the energetic and emotional blocks that might be holding you back from fully stepping in your purpose. And so, this session is going to be really transformative, and it's a perfect way to start clearing the path forward. And then on day 3, we're going to be embracing authenticity with Sam, who is here today. Wave hello to everyone, Sam. And we're going to be exploring what it means to step into your truest self and align your life with who you are at a soul level. And authenticity is really a big foundation of living a purpose-driven life. And so this session is going to help you embrace it fully. And then day 4 is going to be moving from victimhood to co-creator with Melanie. Melanie, say hi. And in this powerful session, we'll be exploring how to shift your mindset and energy from feeling stuck or powerless to becoming an active co-creator in your life and destiny. So if you're ready to reclaim your power, this session is definitely for you. And then day 5 is creating a soul purpose mood board with Matt. And Matt is here too. Say hi to everyone, Matt. And we will close the summit out with this creative, intentional practice to like really bring all you've learned together, and you'll create a visual roadmap for your soul's vision, a tool to inspire and guide you long after this summit ends. And so each of these sessions is crafted to help you connect more deeply with your intuition, align with your soul's purpose, and step into your light. And you might be asking yourself at this point, who are the luminaries? The luminaries that are presenting at this summit are incredible lightworkers who have journeyed through both my Akashic Angel Healing Academy and my Lightworker Luminaries Business Mastermind. And as graduates of the Academy, they have mastered the art of working with the Akashic Records and the angels and have received dual certifications in Akashic Record reading and angel healing. And through the Lightworker Luminaries Mastermind, they've taken their gifts to the next level and have built soul-aligned businesses and are stepping confidently into their roles as leaders and change makers. And so I am really excited for you to spend time with each one of these luminaries this week because I think they absolutely embody the heart of spiritual service, and their sessions are a reflection of their powerful gifts and the light that they have to share with the world. And so if you're feeling excited and ready for this journey, drop me another yes in the chat. Oh, and Marlene, you're so happy to be here that you're still trying to navigate around your laptop, so you might be a little slow responding. Totally get it. Oh my gosh. Marlene, let me tell you, my husband tries to help me out by getting me new technology to make my life easier, and I think I drive him crazy because I usually sit on it for at least a month before I do anything with it because just trying to learn how to use it stresses me out. So I totally understand. Or you should see me on Zoom on my phone. Like that's a joke right there. So totally get it. Awesome. We're also ready and excited. So um, I want to also share with you what we're going to be covering today in our opening session. So we're going to begin by exploring what it truly means to experience a soul awakening. And so you'll gain clarity on how this process unfolds and why it's really an essential step on your journey to live in alignment with your soul's purpose. And then we'll dive into the role of intuition as your soul's guide, really how it acts as a compass and leads you towards empowerment and alignment. And so you'll learn why intuition is your most powerful tool for navigating life and really connecting to your higher wisdom and the support of your angels and guides. And then we're going to release some blocks to intuitive growth because intuition flows best when we clear the energy that might hold us back. And so we'll explore one of the biggest blocks, allowing your intuitive senses to blossom. And we'll uncover some ways to deepen your connection to your inner guidance, and you'll actually get to meet and receive messages and support from your guardian angel today. Who's excited for that? Me too. I always like to go on these journeys with you as I lead you through this, and I always get some fun insights myself. And then finally, we're going to tie it all together by focusing on what it means to live in alignment with your soul's deepest purpose and how to honor and develop your unique gifts to move forward with clarity, confidence, and grace. And so before we dive into today's session, I want to share a little bit about myself for those of you that I haven't had the pleasure of meeting yet. I'm Amber, and I'm a soul alignment coach and the founder of the Akashic Angel Healing Academy. And my passion is helping others uncover their intuitive and healing gifts, discover their soul purpose, and really help them overcome the blocks that keep them from living an empowered and soul-led life. And why am I so passionate about this work? Because I deeply believe that at the heart of our personal struggles and really the challenges that our entire world faces is actually from a disconnection from our intuition and our spiritual nature. And I think,
Things we did in school that today's kids will never experience.
oops, I think that might be Matt. There we go. And so I think this disconnect keeps us. Melanie and I were chatting about Mercury in retrograde. It went into retrograde on the 25th, so we're like 5 days into it, and both of us were talking about how Mercury in retrograde usually doesn't impact us very much, but both of us have been having nonstop, silly technical challenges since then. So welcome to Mercury in retrograde. All we can do is just laugh it off, right? And we move onward. So what I was saying was that I actually believe that the heart of our personal challenges and the struggles that our world faces is actually this disconnect from our intuition and our spiritual nature, and that this disconnect keeps us from accessing our inner wisdom and the divine support that's always available to us. But when we reclaim this connection, when we embrace our intuition as our soul's guide, incredible things begin to happen. And we begin to access our divine guidance. We experience the loving presence of our angels and spiritual allies, and we align with our soul's purpose. And when we do that, life becomes more meaningful, more joyful, and we feel so much more empowered. And so I've been where many of you might find yourself now, feeling lost or stuck or disconnected from gifts. And the truth is I didn't consider myself like a natural born psychic. And by that, I mean, I didn't grow up talking to angels or confidently accessing my intuition. In fact, I struggled for years with self-doubt and skepticism. I tried all the kind of do it yourself methods. I read countless books. I went to lots of, do it on your own time workshop, self-paced courses. But I often felt like I was just scratching the surface and never really moved the needle. What changed everything for me was discovering how to work with the angels and the Akashic records. And through these skills, I not only developed my gifts, but healed deep wounds. I dissolved limiting beliefs, and I feel like I was able to finally start stepping into my purpose. And so that's why I'm so passionate about sharing this work, because I know the transformation it can bring. And I know that if I can do it, anyone can do it. And so the truth that I want you all to know is that we are all intuitive. I think a lot of times people think that it's like this gift that's out there for a select few, those few people that can talk to their angels and guides. But our intuition and our spiritual connection is not a gift that's reserved for a select few. It's something that we're actually all born with. It's just that unfortunately society doesn't teach us how to nurture this gift. And so instead we're taught to ignore it and sometimes even fear it. So if you have struggled to connect with your intuition or your angels or your guides, I want you to know this. It's not because you're not gifted, it's simply because you've been disconnected. And the good news is you can reconnect. And so I've seen this reconnection change lives, mine, my students, and countless others. And so I want you to take a moment to imagine what's possible for you if you could fully tap into your intuition and your spiritual nature. Like, close your eyes and just imagine, what would it feel like to finally understand and embrace your soul's purpose? What would that change in your life? How would your life change if you had a deep and unshakable connection to your angels and your guides? What would that open up for you? What could you accomplish if you unlocked and mastered your intuitive gifts? How would it feel if you let go of blocks or burdens that have held you back for years or, gosh, maybe even lifetimes? And what kind of life could you co create if you fully stepped into your power? Let's take a moment to really feel into that. What would that look like for you? How would you feel each day? How would it change how you experience life? I'd love to hear from you. Feel free to unmute or share a little bit of what's coming up for you in the chat. Sam. Sam's having technical issues too. We're all just confirming Mercury retrograde.
There you go. Thanks,
There we
Melanie.
go.
I was like, I can't unmute myself. It's locked me. Okay. Cool. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So the things that like came up and that I feel like have been noticing as I've been living more of this kind of life is like freedom, feeling more free, more like inner peace, less fear, like better perspective, more confident, and just like a lot more joy in my life.
Wow. That's a big shift. So many different areas. Yeah, thank you for sharing. What came up for anyone else? Oh, and hey, Kelly, good to see you. Oh, and Bree, you've joined us too. Hello. Unlimited. Oh my God. Does anyone here have a practice of setting a word of the year? That would be a perfect one to claim for 2025. I am unlimited. Thanks for the inspiration, Joni. Barbara, hello, welcome. So this is what these workshops are all about. It's awakening your gifts, connecting to your soul's wisdom, and aligning your life to your deepest purpose. So together we're going to explore how to dissolve blocks, amplify your intuition, and create a life that truly reflects who you are at the soul level. And so I'm also curious, what does soul awakening mean to you? Like, how would you describe what that means to you? It's kind of nebulous, isn't it? And if you prefer speaking, feel free to unmute yourself if you can. Since we're all having little technology issues. Jackie, inner knowing. Yeah, like really connecting to that deeper inner knowing. Love it. Ah, Bree, remembering. Yes, yes. It's absolutely remembering who you are. Sam, feeling more awake and alive. Yeah, yeah. I often like to think about it like those times in life where I felt so disconnected. It's like you almost can feel your poor little heart shut down, and you kind of feel like you're like doing the zombie shuffle through life, you know? You're just putting one foot in front of the other, you know? And once you go through the awakening process, you're really aware of all the beautiful connections you have around you. And Marlene, where joy, freedom, peace. Oh, Tammy, intentional living. That is a beautiful way to sum it up. I love that. Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing what awakening means for you. So let's explore a little more about that and what it means to experience a soul awakening. And really, at its core, soul awakening is the process of discovering your deeper truths and aligning with your soul's purpose. And so it's about reconnecting or remembering with the divine wisdom that's within you, uncovering your unique gifts, living in harmony with the universe. And I think another important thing to point out is that an awakening isn't just like this momentary realization, like, oh, I made it, I'm awake now. It's more of this transformative journey that unfolds over time and gives you a more authentic and empowered life. And a soul awakening really invites you to step beyond the surface of everyday life and really dive into the essence of who you truly are. It's a profound realization of your connection to something greater, whether you call this great spirit, creator, the divine, or the universe, or something else. Through this process, you begin to align your actions, your thoughts, and your energy with your soul's highest calling. And so soul awakening is about living a life that feels deeply purposeful, joyful, and true to who you are. And so there's oftentimes some different signs that your soul is awakening. So I want you to listen to these and maybe take note of the ones that you feel like you're experiencing. And so sometimes we might experience a soul awakening as inner restlessness, this feeling that something is missing or like out of place in your life, even if everything appears like fine on the outside, like a lot of good things going in your life. So see if that one resonates for you. Oftentimes when we're going through an awakening or a deeper awakening, because again, we said this is kind of a long process, we can really feel out of alignment. That we get this growing awareness that your current path, maybe your work, your relationship, your lifestyle, no longer resonates with who you are becoming. And so it might be these like external things, but oftentimes it's more internal, like questioning your values and who you really are. Another sign can be like a sudden need for change, an urge to really let go of what no longer serves you and explore different opportunities, even if they feel like a little uncertain or even a little scary. Another sign that you are going through an awakening is a heightened intuition, like a stronger sense of inner knowing or like little intuitive nudges that guide you towards new perspectives or decisions. And oftentimes, an awakening also comes with a desire for spiritual growth, this deep yearning to explore spiritual practices and to connect with your inner self or seek guidance from, angels, guides, your ancestors, or the universe. So, which one of those do you feel like you're experiencing the most? Is there one that really stands out to you? Curious to know. I see y'all firing up your typing fingers. Jessica, need for change and desire for spiritual growth. Yes, yes. Anna, dreams. Marlene, need for change. Yeah, yeah. I've been hearing from, and Kelly says need for change too, Sam, more awareness and feeling like I need to realign my life to who I'm becoming. Yes, yes. It's like change, 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 right? Oh, and then when it comes down to it, like change can be really scary, right? I think that's part of like what really can make the soul awakening process so a little trepidatious is like we're stepping into this new, we don't know what's happening. We're stepping out of the comfort of the old, all these things happen. Oh, and Joni letting go it no longer serves. Yeah. So yeah, I've been feeling a lot of these same things, like in the last couple months in particular. Has anyone just really felt that universal push in the last couple months? Yeah. And so it's like we all experience soul awakenings like kind of on our own schedule in a way, but there's absolutely a universal connection on when these energies start pumping into. And this is what I've been hearing from everyone I've been talking to as well. So as much as it's important to understand what a soul awakening is, I think it's also important to address some misconceptions about soul awakening as well. And so I think many people think of soul awakening as this purely like peaceful or blissful experience. But let's face it, it's not always easy, right? And so while it's beautiful and a fulfilling journey, it really requires a lot of courage and a lot of self-honesty. And awakening also involves confronting discomfort and letting go of old patterns, those old ways, facing parts of yourself that you may have avoided. And these challenges are a natural part of transformation and can lead to incredible growth and freedom. But change is really about growth, and the soul awakening process is really about growth too. And I think we all know, like, as much as we really, really want growth, we pray for growth. Growth is rarely easy. So a lot of times we actually push it away a little bit. We resist it a bit when it comes in. Um, so the topics that we're going to cover through this summit align perfectly with the different stages of the soul awakening journey. So we're going to be releasing blocks to purpose. And so before you can really step into your awakening, you need to clear some of the energetic and emotional blocks that keep you stuck. And awakening is really about embracing your authentic self. And so discovering and expressing your truest self and aligning your life with your soul's essence, stepping into your co-creation, because as you awaken, you need to move from that feeling of powerlessness to recognizing your role as a co-creator in the universe and shaping the life that really reflects your purpose. And it's also really helpful to have different tools that help you align your intentions with your soul purpose. And so our session on vision boards is really going to help you make your dreams more tangible and actionable. So each of these steps supports your awakening and helps you navigate the process with more clarity, more confidence, and more grace. And so by the end of the summit, you're going to have tools and understanding to continue your awakening journey and embrace your soul's guidance fully. So I want to also talk about intuition as being a powerful tool for empowerment and growth. Intuition is really like your soul's voice. It's like your inner compass guiding you towards the life that you're meant to live. And so you can think of it like a direct line to your higher self and your divine wisdom within. And by learning to listen and trust your intuition, you can gain access to clarity and alignment and a sense of empowerment that allows you to navigate challenges and opportunities with more confidence. And so intuition isn't just a tool, it's really a bridge to deeper truths that will guide you towards living a more purposeful and soul-aligned life. And so during a soul awakening, intuition plays a really central role. It acts as this guiding light, really helping you identify what is out of alignment and what steps to take next. And intuition also connects you to your soul's deepest needs, helping you discern what feels right and true and what's not right for you. And even in the moments of doubt or uncertainty, you can really tap into your intuition to feel like you have a path forward. And so by embracing this inner compass, you can strengthen your self-trust, you can gain clarity, and you can also deepen your understanding of your soul's purpose. And intuition also works hand in hand with the guidance of your angels and your other spiritual allies. And these divine beings provide insight and support and healing and really enhance your intuitive abilities, supporting you on your awakening journey. And when you tune into your intuition, you open yourself up as a channel for their loving guidance, making it easier to feel their presence and hear their messages. So one of the beautiful things about intuition is how it empowers you to live more authentically and more intentionally. And when you trust your inner knowing, you gain the courage to take aligned action, make decisions that honor your soul, and create a life that resonates with your highest self. And this connection to your intuition helps you step out of fear, embrace your personal power, and become the creator of your life. And so through this process, you not only grow spiritually, but you also develop the strength and the confidence to lead a life of meaning and fulfillment. And so for intuition to flow freely, it's essential to clear any blocks that might be holding you back. And when we work to clear these energetic and mental barriers, we create space for our intuition to emerge more clearly and powerfully. And there are a lot of blocks to developing your intuition and ability to connect with your angels and guides. But one of the most common blocks that I see people struggle with is that, and that we're going to be covering today, is unrealistic expectations on how intuition should work or how you expect you're going to receive messages. And so when we don't know what to expect, we typically then are looking for something else and we actually miss the guidance that we're receiving. And then that leads us to believe that we're blocked from receiving guidance from our intuition and our guides, and leads us down overthinking and a whole spiral of self-doubt. Have we all been on this spiral before? Yeah. So by learning to release these blocks, you can deepen your connection with your inner guidance. So let's dig into this block of unrealistic expectations so we can clear it up. So many believe that intuitive messages will come in like in this really loud, dramatic way, like seeing a spirit in the room with your physical eyes, or having this like physical vision that just stops you in your tracks. But most of the time, intuitive guidance is a lot more subtle than that. It could feel like a passing thought, or like a hunch, a feeling, or even daydreaming. And so you are likely receiving guidance all the time, but you're not noticing it because it just feels too ordinary to you. Like you're dismissing it as your own thoughts and your own imagination. And so what you need to do is a number of things to be able to recognize these quiet, subtle messages that are already there. And then of course, then learn how to interpret them, because they're not always as clear as we would like them to be. Another unrealistic expectation around intuition and communicating with your angels and guides is that we expect it to be like really direct and logical, like how we communicate in our physical way. And intuition doesn't always follow a logical or linear path. It's often really symbolic, it's abstract, and oftentimes it requires a lot of interpretation. And so that can make it feel less reliable or difficult to trust at first. And so intuitive insights may come in as like metaphors or sensations that don't immediately make sense. But with guidance and practice, you can develop the ability to translate them more clearly. And so the key is to really stay open and patient and willing to embrace like the weirdness of intuitive guidance. Like it's just a really like learning the language of energy, which is the language of intuition, is it's a little weird. But it's not always going to make perfect sense, but that's okay. And so I want to share one of the best pieces of advice I've ever received about developing your intuition. And it goes a little something like this. It's going to feel like you're making shit up. The better, the sooner you can accept that, the better off you're going to be. And you know what? It might always feel like you're making shit up. But once you lean in and start to trust it, you start to see that validation. You start to see the trust of it. So if you are feeling a bit like you're making shit up, then you're in the perfect place. No, it's a good place to be. The one thing that might make you feel a little better about intuition is actually this fun fact for you is that your intuition and your imagination use the same part of your brain. So it's actually, built that way, that your intuition is going to feel like your imagination. So the last unrealistic expectation I want to cover with you is expecting to instantly become a master. So another misconception is that if you do like a powerful meditation or activation, and you just find that perfect one, is just going to completely open up your intuitive gifts. They're going to come in flooding. You're going to open your eyes and you're going to see this whole different spiritual realm around you with your physical eyes. I think I want that. Who else wants that? It sounds really fun, right? Yeah. Yeah. We can admit it, but while practices like meditations and attunements can definitely help, they are just the beginning. So intuition is a skill. So like any skill, it takes dedication, practice, support, and time. I like to think of it as like learning a new language or like playing an instrument. Like you wouldn't expect to become an expert overnight. You wouldn't expect that there's going to be this magical meditation out there that you're going to be able to wake up the next day and play Mozart if you can't even read music today. So, it takes a lot of practice. Like, if I decided I wanted to play Mozart on the piano, first of all, I can't even read music. So I'd have to learn how to do that. I'd have to learn where the keys are on the keyboard and, what fingers to use for what. I don't even know what the pedals are for. I'll admit that. So, I mean, you could see like it would take me a while to probably even play, the simplest of melodies, like hot cross buns or something, but it would take a while to play Mozart. So intuition can be similar, where it can feel a little bit clunky and weird and feel like you're just kind of putting pieces together. And then eventually, as you continue to practice, it becomes more fluid. Like if you were to like practice speaking a different language, eventually you'd be able to speak really fluently. So the truth is that you need consistency and repetition to develop your abilities. And I've also found that your growth really skyrockets when you have a guide and a community that can help you in the process. And I don't know about you, but I find that most people struggle to hold themselves accountable to the growth that they want to achieve on their own. It's like, yeah, I'm going to practice on my own, but then usually something gets in the way. We don't do it, right? But if we have like a group or something that we can go to and we show up, then we really hold ourselves accountable and we show up for ourselves. So it's important for us to remember intuition is a natural gift and it grows stronger with practice, patience, and trust. And so now that we've addressed some common blocks and unrealistic expectations, I want to look at your intuitive senses. A lot of times we call these your clairs. And see, these are the different ways you receive intuitive information, and understanding them will help you get a better sense of how your intuitive abilities work and like really more of a realistic idea of how these work. And so we'll talk about those briefly, and then I'm going to share a practice with you so you can see how these clairs specifically show up for you, and then we'll meet your guardian angel. Are you ready? Okay. So clairvoyance translates into clear seeing. And so this is the ability to receive information through images, colors, and symbols. It's like when you daydream. And so it's usually not like this dramatic full-blown vision. It can feel more like an image that pops in your mind. This also is associated with your third eye chakra. And then clear audience is clear hearing. And so this is the ability to hear information that isn't physically audible. And so sometimes it sounds like a voice in your head. Most of the time it sounds like your voice in your head. It could be like a song. Like how many of you have woken up with a song basically playing in your head when you're in that kind of like half awake, half asleep state? And you're like, God, I don't think I've heard that song recently. Yeah, it's totally like your angels and guides giving you a message. And so some people might experience like hearing their name called when no one's there. And so this sense is often tied to your ear chakras. Clairsentience is clear feeling. And so there's really two different kinds of clairsentience. There's more of like empathic clairsentience. And so this is being able to feel emotions of others. And then there's more of like a somatic sense of clairsentience, which is more of like feeling things in your body. So like feeling someone else's pain, for example. And so often, like you've all heard of empaths, you probably all are strong empaths. Empaths have strong clairsentience. And so with clairsentience, connection to your body is super important here, which is another really big block that people have to understand your intuition, because people like to leave their body. So then we have claircognizance, which is clear knowing. So this is associated with your crown chakra. And this is just when you know something, like you have no logical or factual reason for it. You just receive insights or downloads that you just suddenly know to be true. A lot of times I think we blow this off because we think it's our thoughts, or we're like, oh, maybe I knew that before and I just don't remember. Or, we make all sorts of excuses for it, right? So everyone experiences intuition differently, and it's important to let go of comparison and be open to how your gifts show up. So intuition can be really subtle at first, especially, and it might feel like you're making it up again, but that's okay. The more you practice and pay attention, the clearer your messages become. And I also find it super key to practice with others, because you're going to be able to talk yourself out of any message you give to yourself. But if you're practicing with others, people can really, really validate the messages that you get, and it really enhances your trust in your abilities fast. So keep practicing and don't be discouraged if your experiences seem really subtle. So again, you're learning a new skill. It takes time, practice, to be able to really develop confidence in your abilities. So now I want to lead you through a little guided clairs exercise to help you tune into your intuitive senses and give you a realistic idea on what to expect on how you will receive messages. Then when we're in that space, you're also going to be able to meet your guardian angel and get a message just for you as well. So who is ready to meet your guardian angel? Give me a yes in the chat. Oh, and Danielle is here. You snuck in on me. Hi, girl. How's it going? Good to see you. Okay, so through this exercise, I encourage you just to trust your experience without expectation. I'm going to give you some prompts to test out each one of your clairs or your intuitive senses. And you might notice that some are a whole lot easier for you than others. And that doesn't mean that you're doing anything wrong, but pay attention because many people have one or two dominant intuitive senses. And so if you're having a harder time with some of them, it just might simply mean that's not how you're likely going to receive messages. And so before we jump into getting a feel for your clairs and meeting your angel, I'm going to lead you through a little bit of a grounding exercise. And we do this because your body is actually your greatest and most powerful tool to help you connect to your intuitive senses and your angels and guides. And so grounding is really about presence and embodiment. And so if you struggle with doubt or skepticism, you can probably expect that little voice to come up as we're doing this, saying like, is this real? Am I just making it up? Is that just what I want to hear? Has anyone ever heard this voice come up when you've done meditations or intuitive work? Oh yeah. Me too. And so just make a deal with yourself now that you're going to send that voice away if it comes in, and you're simply just going to be present and experience what you experience, even if it makes zero sense to you in the moment. So on that note, if it makes zero sense to you, just jot it down. Like, so hopefully you have like a pen or paper or something like that. But just jot it down. Maybe ask your angels for more information, but don't try to figure it out because that actually kicks in your left brain, the logical side, and that quiets your intuition even more. So try not to get to the figure it out part until afterwards. So you have the rest of your life to figure it out after this meditation. You don't need to rush it. So sounds good. You ready to make that deal? Thumbs up. Okay, awesome. So let's begin our meditation to help you get clear on your intuitive senses and meet your guardian angel. So feel free to just sit back, relax, get comfy as you can in your chair. Maybe even sit with your spine straight because that really aligns your chakras and allows energy to flow through you more easily. And so take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. And with each breath, allow yourself to relax and release any tension. And just settle deeper into a comfortable position, letting your body sink deeper into a sense of ease with each breath. And bring your attention just to this present moment, noticing any feelings or sensations in your body. And now start to bring your awareness down to your feet. And on the bottoms of your feet, I want you to imagine roots growing from the soles of your feet, reaching deep down into the earth, anchoring you into the space of the ground. And with your next inhale, I want you to imagine and feel that you're breathing up this beautiful healing energy of the earth up through your feet, and feel this beautiful energy rise through your legs and fill your entire body, helping you feel the beautiful stability and strength of the earth. And you are now rooted in this moment, in the here and now. And now shift your attention to your breath. And with each inhale, breathe in peace, clarity, and presence. And with each exhale, release any tension or worries, allowing your body to soften even more. Now that you are nice and grounded, I want you to imagine that you have now been transported to a beach. And I want you to ask your angels in your mind to share some messages with you about your life through this beach. And so we'll check out our clairvoyance on this beach first. Just take a look around. What does your beach look like? Is it sandy, rocky? Does it look like the ocean or maybe a lake? And when you look out at the water, what color is it? Are there waves? And maybe imagine you're doing like a full circle looking behind you. Are there trees? What kind? And look up at the sky. Is it clear and bright blue? Is it cloudy? Just notice anything else you are intuitively seeing on your beach. And one thing to pay attention to on your beach as you're looking around, is it super detailed? Like, do you get a strong sense of all the details of what you're seeing? Can you see it all at once? Or is it more like you just kind of get the gist of what it looks like? Or maybe you can hone in on the details if you like super focus in on one thing at a time. Again, just little clues on how your intuition and your angels are going to communicate with you. Now let's focus on your clairsentience, that clear feeling. I want you to imagine that you're standing barefoot on the beach. If your beach has sand, can you feel if that sand is warmed up from being in the sun all day? Or maybe it feels cool. Maybe you get a sense of the season that it is by how warm or cool it is on your beach. Can you feel a breeze on your face, on your skin? Can you feel the sun shining down on you? What does it feel like? Imagine yourself walking to the edge of the water and dipping your toes in. Again, is it nice and warm? Is it crisp and cool? And I want you to take a moment to tap into your emotions that you're feeling on this beach. Like maybe you feel really, really peaceful. Or maybe you feel full of gratitude that you're there. Now let's test out your clear audience, your clear hearing. What do you hear as you're standing on this beach? Maybe you hear waves crashing. Maybe you hear birds calling. Maybe you hear the wind or the breeze through the trees. Or maybe you hear other people around you. And now let's check out our claircognizance, our clear knowing. And what do you just know about this beach? Like, do you know where it is? What do you just know about a message that's there for you in this beach that you're experiencing? What is it that your angels are trying to tell you through your beach? Now that you have an idea of how your intuitive messages will come through for you, it is time to meet your guardian angel. I want you to take a deep breath in and allow yourself to relax even further into this beautiful beach. And with each breath, feel your body softening, all your senses sharpening, and feel your connection with the earth growing even stronger. As you stand on the water's edge, turn your gaze out to the horizon. You begin to sense something subtle beginning to shift in the air around you. And a soft, radiant light begins to form on the edge of the beach. And this energy feels welcoming and familiar. Trust this light. It's the presence of your guardian angel coming to greet you. And as this light grows brighter, you feel a warm energy surrounding you, filling you with peace, comfort, and love. The air feels softer, like it's vibrating with a special kind of energy just for you. Just allow it to wash over you. And gently turn towards this light, knowing that your guardian angel is stepping closer. And as you do, feel a wave of love and protection, like you're being embraced with an energy that's been with you always, guiding you from the very beginning. Take a moment to acknowledge your angel's presence. And when you're ready, step closer to the light and invite your guardian angel to reveal themselves to you. So notice what you see. There's no wrong way to see your angel. It might just be a soft glow. Maybe it's a figure that looks like an angel to you. Perhaps your angel just appears as a color or a light. You might not see them as a full being. They might not look like your typical angel. So just notice any images, symbols, or colors that come through, remembering that it's likely going to feel a whole lot like your imagination. No, let's focus on what you feel. What do you feel in or around your body? Maybe you feel warm in your heart or your hands. Maybe it feels like a hand on your shoulder or a beautiful hug. What emotions are you feeling right now? And now notice what you hear. So you could imagine if you could hear your guardian angel's voice, what would it sound like? You can ask your guardian angel to play you a song. And this song has a message in it from them to you. Maybe it's a song you're gonna hear pop up in stores or on the radio from now on as a little hello from your angel. And then check in with what you know. And just trust any inner knowing or feeling that arises, because this is your connection to your angel and your intuition. What do you just know about your angel? What do you know about their personality or their demeanor? Like, are they serious? Are they kind of silly? And as you stand here with your angel, take a moment to ask them for their name. And just allow the answer to come, whether it's a word, a thought, a feeling. And now ask your guardian angel to show you a symbol or a sign that they are there with you, that they're going to use going forward, so you know when they're trying to get your attention. It might not make sense now, but I bet you it's going to keep popping up in front of you going forward now. And so next, I want you to ask your guardian angel for guidance on your soul's purpose. What do they want you to know about why you're here and the unique gifts that you carry? And really feel the love and the wisdom in their message. And so this guidance might come in the form of words, images, sensations, simply just a knowing. Trust whatever way you receive it. And now ask your guardian angel for insight into a next step you can take on your path towards living in alignment with your soul's purpose. What's the next step you can take? Again, just allow the answers to come to you, whatever form feels right. Take a moment just to sit with this guidance and know that your guardian angel is always with you, supporting you as you walk your path. And take a moment to express your gratitude for your guardian angel, for their presence and their guidance. And now gently bring your awareness back to your breath, maybe feeling the rise and fall of your chest, maybe wiggling your fingers and toes, reconnecting to the here and now. And then when you're ready, open your eyes and bring back the wisdom and guidance of your guardian angel. Welcome back. I would love to hear about your experience connecting to your intuitive senses. Either you can unmute yourselves or you can just throw in the chat which intuitive senses did you feel like you were able to connect the most easily to? Did that give you a better sense of how you're going to receive messages? Yeah. Yeah. So after this meditation, I definitely go back and look at what you experienced on the beach and see what the meaning is, with your angels, what messages they were trying to pass on to you, just with what you were seeing, feeling, hearing, knowing on the beach. Does anyone want to share an experience you had with your guardian angel? I'd love to hear from you. Everyone's got their typing fingers on. Hopefully you learned something new about your purpose. Oh, Melanie, can you allow folks to unmute themselves? There, I think you're good now, Kelly.
Okay. I actually saw my grandfather who died when I was about 7. He's been one of
Ooh.
my guides, and he shows me a white feather. And it's not Archangel Michael. His name's Michael too, but I always clarify, is this Archangel Michael or Grandpa Michael? So he showed me the feather and said, it's me. And then I also have my guardian angel's name is Shelly, and Shelly appears as like a peach colored smoke.
Oh, cool.
There's no figure or anything, but it's anytime I see that peach color, I know that that's Shelly. And Shelly has validated in the past her name. When I asked her name, I did a meditation, and I was driving down the street and looked up, and the license plate on the car in front of me said Shelly.
Oh, that's
So
so awesome.
it's crazy.
I love it when our angels give us instant gratification. They don't always, but God, I love it when they do. Oh, I get lots of messages through birds, like all sorts of birds. I think maybe because I'm just so airy in nature, I'm like a double air sign and all sorts of stuff. But I'll just go on walks and just, chat with my angels the whole time. Like, give me a sign for this. And then like whoosh, like cardinal will like, swoop like, 2 feet from my head, I'm like, thank you. That was instant. Love it. And Sam, your guardian angel told you that you've come too far to turn back. Ooh, yeah. Oh God, I can like feel that in my whole body. And don't let fears get in the way of moving forward. So continue stepping into your purpose. And rainbow is the sign that your guardian angel is close by. She says not just in the classic sense, but it could be on a sticker. That is so cool. Um, Metatron likes to give me signs with rainbows, and a lot of times it's like, how like if you just see the light just perfectly, just that one little spot, maybe it's like shining through glass or whatever. He'll send me rainbows that way too. So I just want to share that with you. So that might be a cool way that your guardian angel shows up too. Well, thanks for sharing. I hope you all got something out of this meditation. And so as we wrap up today, let's remember that connecting with your intuition and your angels and guides is a vital part of your awakening journey. And these divine connections are not only here to help you heal, but also to guide you towards your soul's highest purpose. And when you listen to your intuitive insights and nurture your relationship with your spiritual team, you really open the door to greater clarity and confidence and alignment with your true path. So I wanted to share some simple but powerful practices to continue strengthening the connection and step into alignment. One is just really prioritize finding some daily stillness, even if it's like 5 minutes, or even if it's just like 2 minutes a few times a day, like little mini breaks to find this stillness. When you really are able to tune into your body, then you can really listen to the subtle feelings or impressions that arise. And so this practice really helps you strengthen your connection to your inner guidance. I would suggest continuing to connect with your guardian angel. So feel free to transport yourself to your beautiful beach anytime and ask your guardian angel to come and continue to ask any other questions that you have for your angel. I love asking for signs. Like I was just, sharing, like as I go on walks, I feel like I'm having just a constant conversation with my angels as I go. I'm always asking them for signs. So never hesitate to ask your angels or guides for signs. And you can ask them for specific signs, but also stay open to receiving them in like really unexpected ways. I also am a big supporter of journaling your impressions, writing down your intuitive insights, even if they seem small or unclear, because over time you'll see patterns that help you trust your intuition more deeply. And also to continue your awakening journey, I have a special gift for you. I've created a guide to help you discover what kind of light worker you are. And so this is channeled directly from the Akashic Records, and it's really designed to help you uncover your unique gifts and purpose so you can step confidently onto your path. And so it's free to download. So you'll see a link to that in the chat now that you can download that right away, and it'll just be sent right to your email. And if you feel ready to go deeper into your journey and dedicate yourself to deepening your connection with your angels and guides and receive more support, I invite you to start to explore how I can support you through my Akashic Angel Healing Academy. I'm going to be opening up enrollment in February, and you can get on the wait list now. And folks that are on the wait list get exclusive like bonuses and discounts and fun stuff like that when enrollment comes open too. So you'll see a link in the chat about that as well, in case that interests you at all. So as we wrap up our session today, I just wanted to give you a quick reminder of the awesome sessions that are coming up in this summit. So tomorrow we're going to be unlocking your blocks to your soul purpose with Barbara. And then on day 3, we have a window into your authentic self with Sam. On day 4, we're going to be moving from victimhood to co-creator with Melanie. And then on day 5, we have soulful vision, creating a soul-aligned mood board for your brand with Matt. And so I want to thank you all for being here and dedicating time to your spiritual journey. I think your commitment to this path is a powerful step towards your beautiful transformation. So I thank you for coming here, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Bye, everyone.